So you have a clay pot. Think of a clay pot, clay and pot, a clay pot. So you have a pot, and so which part would be the sat and which part would be the mithya? So the sat, the truth, that which really exists, that which really is, in this example would be the clay. And that which is dependent existence, it's not non-existence, like the pot is not non-existent. You have pot, you're using the pot, you're drinking from the pot, you're eating from the pot. Like, so it has a function, it's very functional. It has a name, nama, pot, rupa, a form, it's round, and it has a function, you're eating from it. So it's not non-existence, it's not tucham, but it's not self-existence, it's not sat. Because when you inquire into the pot, when you look, what is the truth of pot? It's clay. If you break the pot, if by chance, or not by chance, but by incidents, the pot falls and it falls apart in 2,000 pieces, then the pot is gone, but the clay is still there. Yeah? So the truth, the sat of the clay pot is clay. And the mithya, dependent existence, like the pot, depends for its existence upon clay. You think of pot without clay. Cannot. But can you think of clay without pot? Yes, you can. Yeah. So the pot depends for its existence on clay, but clay is independent of pot. So that's a very special relationship. And then when you inquire into it, we discover it's no relationship at all, actually, because the pot is clay. So if the pot is clay, how can the pot have a relationship with clay? If the pot is clay, how can the pot have a relationship with clay? You can only have a relationship if it's two and they're different from each other. So, but the pot right now doesn't know that it's clay yet, even though it starts to understand, oh, I'm clay, but it's still doubting, am I really clay? But I have pot and I have a good function. I really like to be a pot because everybody admires me as a pot. When I was clay, nobody admired it. I was just earth and I was like wet and I was there like all fluffy and nobody saw me. But then somebody, a beautiful pot maker came, or a great pot maker, and they used the clay, and then he put some hours into it and all his knowledge, and then he formed this beautiful pot. And once I was a pot, everybody admired me. When everybody saw me and admired me and said how beautiful I was, and they sold me for $1,000. But when I was clay, I was useless. Nobody admired me. And so the pot wasn't want to be clay, but it actually wants to be clay. Because then it sees the plate next there, right? And it says, oh, it's such a beautiful plate. And now everybody goes and admires the plate, and nobody sees me anymore. But I was such a beautiful pot. And everybody loved me, but now there's a new plate, and now everybody goes and looks at the plate, and I'm all by myself now. And so when this happens, as once the plate came, the pot wanted to start to know itself as clay, because somebody came and said, well, it's okay, you can be sad, little pot, but you know what, you are the plate also, they're actually admiring you also. And the pot says, what, they admire me also? No, but look, they're all there, I'm all by myself. Well, it's because they don't know what's the truth of the plate and the pot. They only see the plate and the pot. But I see clay. And so from me, you are the plate. And so then the pot started to be interested in Vedanta because it was so devastated and it felt so lonely. Right? And it had a big crack also because somebody dropped it. And then thanks God, a clay, even a specialist, a pot specialist came and glued me together. But now I have this like big what's it called, crack, right? And I know that I have a crack and I can't accept myself with the crack, even though I look really, really nice, even though with the crack. But I know that I have the crack. And so, but then that's where the pot started to become a mumukshu. It's like I have this crack, I fell, I have all this memory, I don't like myself, I feel so lonely, and everybody's admiring the plate. And then this great somebody came and told the pot, yeah, I validate, and I understand that you're in pain. If I would be you, I would feel the same, but the truth is you're nothing but you are that plate. You are not, because from the standpoint of clay, you are that plate.